So we're continuing our series on how to love a difficult child, how to love that kid that's being really mean to you.
And you know the number one reason that it's difficult to love kids, it's not really the kids. It's problems that are created by the parents. So today we're talking about that one biggest mistake that parents make to get in the way of them loving difficult kids. And today we're coming at you from the historic Marcus Whitman Hotel in beautiful downtown Walla Walla, Washington, where Jenny and I are getting away for our very first overnight vacation away in 10 months since we adopted a toddler.
Yeah, it's our very first time of being away from a toddler, not sharing a bed with a toddler in
10 months.
10 months.
So we're going to start talking. Welcome back to Potty Break. And you know, we do these vlogs for you because we love you and we think that the parents are the most important piece of the puzzle of bringing healing and restoration to the lives of adoptive and foster kids who start with life in hard places. And so we appreciate all you do and we want to do all we can to support you during doing this really critical job. And although our kids make it difficult to love them, I think that the very biggest problem that gets in the way of us loving difficult kids really comes from us. And that is that we will not take breaks.
A lot of times it's really hard to take breaks, and there are a lot of reasons why. But we're going to address some myths that we've seen in our own lives and in the lives of other people. The first myth is that people think that it'll break the attachment if they take a break. Now what we found with that is that actually it hurts the attachment more if we stay with the kids 24/7 and we're getting frustrated with them. So it's better for attachment if we have shorter amounts of time with the child and take those breaks that we need.
Attachment will be built when you can regularly look lovingly at them, when they're ready to look lovingly back at you. And if all they see in your eyes is fatigue and weirdness and frustration with them, you're not going to really be able to attach them at that point.
And keep in mind that these kids will take tiredness and fatigue and they'll take it as something wrong with them, that you don't like them. So when we're fatigued, we're actually damaging the attachment more.
Right. Myth number 2, nobody can take care of my kids as well as I can. And to be honest, that's true. You do know your kid best, and you know the routines and you know their behaviors, and so you can help better than anybody else. My question is really, so what?
Well, and I think we have to personalize it, because how many of us have done New Year's resolutions and we end up throwing them out the door day 2 because it's really hard to work on our problems, and that's usually when we just pick one problem. So for our kids, a lot of times we're expecting them to change a lot, and it's really hard for them to do that.
Absolutely. So what you want to do is when you send your kids away, just tell them, I know you're going to get away with a lot of things, and that's okay because you're taking a break. Don't worry about, you can do whatever they say and you're not going to get in trouble.
And a lot of times that makes them feel safer because they're like, Mom and Dad know that we're going to get away with stuff, so it makes them feel really safe.
And myth number 3, I can't afford it. My answer to that is, you can't afford not to. For one, medical care. The stress of constantly working in this very difficult environment in a hard situation is going to take its toll on your health, and the cost of medications and doctors and supplements and travel and all those other things it's going to cost to keep you healthy is going to be astronomical. And if we're not taking breaks, there is a chance that our kids will get so tired and it'll get worse and worse until we finally are pursuing out-of-home care. And if you're lucky, good out-of-home care can get you $3,000 to $4,000 a month, but typically it's $10,000 to $12,000 a month, and that would pay for all of your vacations for your entire child-rearing years. If you're having trouble finding the money for this, you can get creative, but also check with your adoption assistants in your state to see if they can up your adoption assistance rates if you have a very special needs kids. Also swap with other parents. There's cheaper ways that you can be doing this on a regular basis.
And myth number 4, the payback isn't worth it.
I got nothing.
So this is a myth that I really believed for a very long time, because I would go away for 2 hours, I would come back, and for 2 weeks I'd be dealing with increased behaviors. So I stopped leaving, but what I realized when I actually started going away more often was that the kids realized I was coming back and the negative behaviors lessened over time. Now, yeah, it will be difficult to go, and the kids will have increased emotions and they will act them out, but then we can use that as an opportunity for helping them understand what's going on with them. Myth number 5, I can't find anyone to watch my kids.
And I understand that that actually may be true today. And for many of us, we'll find ourselves without a large support network, without a lot of people that can handle our kids' behaviors and all those sorts of things. And so it may be true. But as with anything, if it's true today, that's okay. If it's true a year from now, that's not so good. And so what we want to do is just be working towards that, because if you don't have a break today, I get it. If you don't have a break a year from now, so now you may have to get really creative. You may have to be working and networking with other adoptive and foster families to find people who you can swap with. You maybe have to be working to train your parents or your in-laws to be able to understand what's going on. You may have to work to put aside some money or reduce your expenses so you can afford to hire people. You may have to file with the DDA to get in-home care. There's a number of things that you can be doing to working towards the future, but you need to start those things, you need to start those processes today.
And one of the things that we encourage you to do is get creative. There were times that we didn't have anybody to watch the kids, truly, and so what we did was we sent the kids to their rooms with video games, which we never did, and we had a little romantic movie out in the living room with sushi and hors d'oeuvres or whatever. But just be creative, and even if you can't get those times away, just the times that you have, even those potty breaks where you can just kind of breathe in and take a deep breath and really relax yourself. Just take advantage of whatever you do have.
And myth number 6 is that I feel guilty if I take a break.
A lot of parents deal with that. I know I did. I feel like a bad parent if I take a break. But the thing is, it's kind of the oxygen mask principle. If we don't take care of ourselves first, we won't be able to help other people. We have to let go of the guilt, because we are actually better parents when we take breaks. There was a time when I really was getting to the point where I couldn't even look the kids in the eyes. I mean, I was almost starting to get mean with them.
Oh no, she was mean. With him and me.
We did agree to disagree. But anyways, for 1 week, I decided to be selfish. I sent the kids to the Boys and Girls Club, and while they were there, I did everything that I wanted to do. And at that time, I really honestly thought I was being selfish. But Lynn can attest that by the end of that 1 week of me reading for fun, non-attachment books, and going out with friends for coffee or napping, by the end of that week, I was able to actually look at the kids with loving eye contact. I had done a 180. He actually said, like, whoa, like, you're a new person. So taking breaks actually makes us a better parent.
We're going to be continuing the series, and if you subscribe down below, you'll get notified of new episodes. We understand this is a new thing, and we're just getting episodes out, and so every time you share that and subscribe, it really helps us to grow this, because our passion is just to help as many parents as we can. So if you could help us get the word out, we would really greatly appreciate that. Until the next time, don't forget to flush.
Don't forget to wash your hands.